This isn't just a single leg squat, because this is about balance, rotation, control, mobility, stability, and to top it all off, coordination. Because if just one of these things is off, you'll lose complete control of the movement. So really quickly, we're gonna go through exactly how I learned and how I've progressed, because this is something for me that's been a journey of evolving over time. If you've seen older videos of me performing the dragon squat, you'll know that it didn't start with this opening and kind of hip controlled articulate rotation, but more so of sweeping the leg around. And you'll notice that I also grabbed my toe in this bottom range. And the reason that I started with this to grab my toe, it helps with that core compression, it helps with that hip flexor control, and overall stability to seal out all energy leaks in this movement, especially in the bottom range where this is the most difficult. Most people rush into that bottom range just to lose control, but we really want to focus on meditating on that movement in that bottom range. Of course, you're going to need a foundation of ankle mobility, hip mobility, knee stability, but we'll go through every regression on how to get there because it's all transferable, guys. But really quick, we're going to get into the form of the overall dragon squat, and then once we get into the regressions, that's when it's all going to start to click, because a lot of these same form cues apply. First things first, we want to make sure that our foot on the squatting leg is firmly planted. I prefer doing this barefoot because it allows us to spread our toes and evenly disperse our body weight across the whole foot. Then we're going to start by pointing the toe. You have to maintain tension through the entire leg here. Now, bringing the hip into flexion, externally rotating, internally rotating, and then we're going to begin to sweep it around just like this, and then you can bring that knee into extension, and you'll notice right here I can rest my arm for a little bit of stability, and then we can sink into it slowly, bringing it back around and the hip back into flexion like so. All right, getting into platform training, this is the fun part. And if you've watched the video on pistol squats, you'll already be pretty familiar with platform training pertaining to touchdown squats. The concept for the dragon squat is going to be quite similar, but this time we're already starting with that foundation of touchdown squats. So we've already built up the platform, and now think about working your way down. The more we reduce the platform, the harder it gets, because the less we'll be able to actually sweep into it. So my approach to platform training though is, again, if you can, start with this hip airplane action with this kind of controlled articulate rotation where we go around. That is going to be much better for keeping the hip open. But again, another strategy, if it feels more comfortable for you in the beginning, is doing this full sweep of the leg here. And again, you can grab your toe for that stability there. You can even grab the box. This is where the fun part is too, because we're going to get into static holds, isometric holds at the bottom, and really just you can dynamically move through this. The idea is that you want to keep the hip flexor and core under tension the entire time in these isometric holds. We want to get comfortable in this bottom range of motion, because this is where most people fail. So remember, hip into flexion, open, externally rotate that hip, begin to do a little bit of internal rotation, and think about the squatting leg. We want to squat knee over toe, always. You can hold that bottom range here, and then if you fail, we just step out of it. If you don't have the range of motion, of course, work your way up with those half reps work your way up with static holds. You can also do static holds on the ground as well if you lack the mobility right now or control. So again, we are gonna start high and work our way down, similar to the touchdown squat, except less emphasis on the hinge and more emphasis on just controlling that descent. And then once we lower the platform, again, similar to the pistol squat, we're gonna sweep our leg into the movement more and more. From the side, it's gonna look something like this. Making sure that we're not dumping forward like this. We wanna try to keep that torso up as much as possible. It's all right if you fall, it's part of the fun. Now, if you do feel unstable with the platform, I do recommend putting some weight counter to where you're standing, just to give yourself some more assurance. This platform, I can't stress enough, has to be stable. As we work our way down, again, we're gonna try to focus on sweeping our leg more and more into that full dragon squat. And then we can hold here, we can rock back and forth, we can hold that isometric, and if you feel safe, again, just find your way out of it, step out of it. You're going to build more control. There is no strict way. Everyone's anatomy is completely different. So it's really just about getting out of your mind and into your body and finding out what works for you. Bridging the gap, subtle cues like grabbing your toe, sweeping your leg, and just really starting to mentally coordinate this in your head. The dragon squat isn't really about strength, it's more about mobility and stability. So again, working your way up over time, I'm confident that you will achieve your first ever dragon squat. If you guys like this video, be sure to smash that like button, subscribe for more videos like this, and if you're still struggling with the pistol squat, check out this video here. Later, guys.